Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again, and here with what could possibly be my final Xiaomi review on the channel, my review of the Xiaomi S1 Pro, the Watch S1 Pro, which was sent to me a couple months back. I don't really want it anymore, so I'm giving it to a lucky one of you. Let's have a look. So that's right guys, this is the Xiaomi Watch S1 Pro, and to be honest guys, it has been a very interesting time using this watch here and there. I'll be completely honest, if you haven't seen, any of my recent posts, that, my situation with Xiaomi has definitely gone a bit sour at this point. And yet at the same time, they did send me this Watch S1 Pro right before that did, and I never really gave it a proper review. So what I'd like to do in the first part of this video is give a quick review of this Watch S1 Pro, share my experience with it, because I did bring this out working out for a couple of days, and I did really get to use it, all the features of it, but then share with you the details, guys, of the giveaway of this Watch S1 Pro, which, let's face it, I'm barely using now. So I think a lucky one of you Xiaomi lovers out there is gonna pick this one up, and you'll enjoy it far more than I have. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Watch S1 Pro. So starting with the box, we do get a nice box here, guys. It's actually quite elevated in terms of presentation, and I do think Xiaomi, at least with this release, they're at least trying something different here in terms of the design and the capabilities of this watch. But let's look at the box here. Classic and sleek design, a rotatable crown. You have a 1.47 inch AMOLED display. That's definitely one of the highlights of this smartwatch. Always on display, and some cool watch faces as well. We have an all new MIUI Watch OS, and MIUI being what it is, it's good to see at least they're trying something different here for the Watch OS. We have advanced health and workout tracking, which has been very important for my recent workouts and health improvements. We have built-in GPS, 100 plus fitness modes, and we have up to 14 days battery life. That's definitely one of the highlights also of this watch. Now, what do you get inside the box? I'll take a look real quick. This is where the watch shows up, and inside here you have the charging cable and you have your booklets. And this is the charging cable that comes with the Watch S1 Pro. It's this puck style, similar to what you get with an Apple Watch. A little bit larger though, a little bit less refined, but I think it does the job pretty well. And you just slap the watch there, it magnetizes, and it holds it pretty well. And you can charge up in a couple of hours, I would say. I left it overnight, and now I'm pretty much at full charge for this watch. Now, talking about design, as you guys know, I'm in the watch world now. Yes, we talk about the display size, 1.47 inch. That's more of a tech spec. What I want to talk about quickly here is the actual size of the case of this watch. So I've been trying to measure next to some other watches that I own. One example I have right here is my Rolex Oyster Perpetual 41mm, and you can see it definitely dwarfs this 41 millimeter case. So this is definitely well above that. But then we also have, for example, the Apple Watch Ultra 49 millimeters. So if you put them next to each other there, you can see it's definitely in that range of about a 48 or 49 millimeter watch. I mean, that's pretty dang large. But I would say Xiaomi's done a pretty solid job here in terms of the finishing of this watch. Despite being large, you see you have this brushed finishing on the sides. And what is finishing, for you guys who don't know from the watch world? It basically means the way that the material has been completed, has been actually treated. So you can either have polished or brush finishing, and they've gone full brushed here. But then you see on the lugs, there is a polish to them. I do like that contrast, and it does make it a bit more blingy there when you kind of move it around. But I think versus the very matte and fully brushed finish of the Apple Watch Ultra, it's a different look, but I do appreciate it nonetheless. Now, in terms of the watches I do have that come similar in size is my Seiko King Turtle. This is a 44 plus millimeter watch, and there you can see this is about the most approximate similar size of these two. There you see them. So it's a big watch, guys, and on the wrist, it's definitely going to wear pretty large. I mean, I know you guys think this looks normal, but for me, this now, having been in the watch world, this is a pretty ginormous watch to wear on the wrist. But having a look at the actual experience of the watch, the display, 1.47 inch It's a very nice, very bright display. I do wish the display would stay on a bit longer sometimes. Then kind of using the crown. This is something that's interesting. Similar to the Apple Watch Ultra, how you can interact with that, but you can also still use the touch display as well. Some pretty solid watch faces, I would say too. There's a pretty minimalist one, and if you swipe over, you have triple white, journey, black moon. I've kind of kept it on the more sports face, or just kept it on the one that it came out of the box with, which is this, you could call it almost like a moon phase chronograph, but unlike an actual chronograph with subdials, this will show you different complications here. For example, the battery, this shows you the actual day of the week. This shows you the moon phase, so where's the moon in the sky? It's still not full here. And this also shows you your steps. I think you can adjust this as well, but I quite like this look for the Xiaomi Watch S1 Pro, and I do think you can take your pick there, whichever ones you prefer the most. In terms of performance, guys, it's been pretty solid. No real issues with the performance of this watch, and most importantly, guys, when it came to accuracy of the workouts. I did do a YouTube short about this, comparing the accuracy of the S1 Pro versus the Apple Watch Ultra, and they were nearly identical, running through a number of workouts. So if you think the Apple Watch Ultra is pretty precise, which it is, this S1 Pro goes toe-to-toe, and this has a bunch of sensors that measure heart rate, SpO2, and sleep tracking as well, and they've all been very accurate in my testing so far. And the other real positive of this device has been the battery life. The battery life is great compared to the Apple Watch Ultra that I need to charge once every 2 or 3 days. This one right here can pretty much go 1 to 2 weeks. I mean, I left this one just sitting there for a couple weeks, and it pretty much still had around 20 to 30% battery remaining. So battery's not going to be an issue. Yeah, it doesn't have all the same functionalities of an Apple Watch Ultra, but you know, I think if you're in Xiaomi land and you want probably the best smartwatch that they've released so far, this is it. But now coming to the question, why am I not keeping this Xiaomi Watch S1 Pro? Well, I think if you've been following, you kind of know the answer, guys. And that's because my relationship with Xiaomi is probably at its lowest point ever because of just the way that they've handled creators, especially honest reviewers like myself, my buddies, Tech Tablets, Tech Odyssey, Xiaomify, so many more, Red Skull, I can name them all, who have really kind of been duped by the company after reviewing so many of their products for so many years and giving our honest feedback. To be kind of cut out in the way that we have has been a bit of an eye-opener in terms of the content creator and company relationship. Look, it's up to them. I'm not complaining. Honestly, for me, it's not an issue. I'm in the watch world now, guys. I have a lot of work to do with that. And of course, I'm working on improving myself. I already have a great smartwatch here in the Apple Watch Ultra that has been tracking all of my progress on my road to good health. So I really don't need the Xiaomi Watch S1 Pro. And that is why, guys, I'm going to be giving this unit to a lucky one of you out there. So the first thing you want to do in terms of rules of the giveaway, be a subscriber here on Frankie Tech, and number 2, follow me on Twitter. And look out on Twitter, I will be posting the Twitter giveaway post very soon with the full details. You're pretty much just gonna have to leave one comment under that tweet, and then I will be selecting the winner after that. But that's pretty much it, guys, for the Watch S1 Pro, and possibly the last Xiaomi product I ever reviewed on Frankie Tech. Is that really gonna be the case? I can't predict the future, guys, but what I can tell you is I've appreciated all of your support. To all my OG Just Keep Swimming fans out there, you know how much I love this company and how much I actually appreciated their products. I don't know why they're going in the direction they're going, but they definitely are starting to suffer in terms of sales, in terms of just the perception of their brand, which has really moved away from what they were all about, which was budget flagship killers at great prices. I don't think that's something to be so negative about, but it clearly has ruffled the feathers of the PR guys at Xiaomi, and they have made themselves known by cutting off a bunch of honest reviewers of their products. Such a pity. But anyways, that's it for this one, guys. And hit me up in the comments. What do you think of this Watch S1 Pro? I actually do think it's a pretty solid smartwatch. And if you're a Xiaomi fan, this could be one for you to consider. And definitely will be giving this one away very soon. Look out for those details. But hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon for future updates. Last Xiaomi review on the channel? We shall see, guys. I may review their stuff from time to time, but for now, It's so long, Xiaomi, here on Frankie Tech. It was nice knowing you. From Xiaomi Mi 8 to the S1 Pro, what a crazy 5 years it's been. So that's it, and this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one. Nice work, Xiaomi. But it's time to move on. Oh yeah.